going to be making an Instant Pot chicken soup. So we started by putting 4 large carrots in here. We're going to follow it up with 4 stalks of celery, just kind of diced. We even put the leaves in. We're doing, the equivalent of like 2 large parsnips. If you don't have parsnips, feel free to use potatoes, or you can leave out. You can also use rutabaga, any kind of those root vegetables. You could use turnips, but those are a little bit stronger flavored. So we're going to add all of those, and then we'll add 1 package of chicken drumsticks, so about 5. I should say about 1.5 pounds. We're using one of the pre-packaged packs from a club store. So about 5 large drumsticks that you'll put in there. Then we'll come back as we add the other in the parsnips. The one thing I didn't mention was you'll want 1 large onion chopped up in there as well. Then all that remains is we'll do a quart of water, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and then a teaspoon of salt. And then we'll add in our chicken, and I'll just show a picture of that. And then once we add that, we will turn on. So we just use one of the packages of like the Costco chicken. But if you're using a bulk one, it should be like 5 or 6 of these larger drumsticks. And we'll just layer these in on top. I do really love this soup. You don't need any chicken stock or bouillon or anything like that because you're kind of creating it right here. So this was 6 drumsticks, just for those of you who care. And we just layer that all in there. And once it's layered in there, we'll just go ahead and put the top on. And then we'll pick the soup setting for an hour. I'm going to turn off keep warm. And once it's done, we'll just let it cool on its own. We've also done it where we vented it right away, and it turned out great either way. But once it's done, we will want to take those drummies out and strip the bones out. We want to take out the skin, the bones, the cartilage, and they'll come out super easy. We'll show you that too. But just a very simple idea that you could do this with delay start and have supper waiting for you when you get home, basically. So we'll come back after our hour is up and just kind of walk you through taking those bones out and show you the finished product. So this is what it looks like when it's first done. I would recommend using tongs or something to pick it out, because even though it's cooled down so it's below the pressure point, it's still quite warm. But you can see as I do this, I guess that one's not as good. Typically, it'll just fall off the bone. But otherwise, you can kind of get in here and just peel some of it off, and you'll just want to pull the skin aside and continue going through. A lot of times, it's easiest to just take the whole thing out. But yeah, just go through and pull the meat off, and then pull the bones out. And once you do that, you'll just kind of shred this and mix it all in. And then you can just kind of see all of the yummy goodness in there to make this wonderful chicken soup. And you get all the benefit of bone broth because you've boiled the bones in here under pressure, so they should have released everything. A lot of times the bones will be super soft, they'll almost kind of dissolve. So hopefully you enjoy this as much as we do. This is a great cold weather or sick. If you can tell, my voice is pretty terrible, but wonderful filling soup that's also pretty low calorie and lower in carbs. So thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.